So this is the features video of the Baffin magnetic sweeper. This unit is a total width of 102.5 inches, which you can see pretty well lines up with the front of this truck. This is a Sterling. Now this is a 95-inch sweeper, and the magnets inside are 6.5 inches by 5 inches, and then a total width of 95 inches wide for 95-inch sweeping width. Now it's got, you can see the most prominent feature on the front here, it's got the 2 caster wheels. Each of these are rated for 480 pounds. While the magnet itself, the assembly, does weigh 640 pounds, it is supported by these 7/8 inch torsion springs in the back. So the way this works is kind of like a live axle on a truck. So each of these arms articulate, which will give you 9 inches of total flex on either side. So this wheel on the right here can lift up 9 inches while the other one's on the ground. Now we don't recommend running them with the wheels on the ground. They should be floating just above, and it's kind of set up perfect here, as this wheel is slightly above the ground and this wheel is touching. So the reason that's happening is because the ground's slightly uneven. Now, because we have this flex and these bump wheels, that'll protect the magnet assembly, and the magnet assembly is also protected by a stainless steel housing. Now, the edge of the stainless steel housing is 10 gauge steel, and it's slightly lower than the rest of it. So if the magnet were to touch down, then it's just going to hit that spot and it will not break. So this magnet also features an easy clean off system, which is operated on this one by the truck's hydraulics. So if your truck doesn't have hydraulics, we also sell a 12 volt power pack, which will just bolt onto this plate back here, and that will just have to be run by the truck's electrical system. So the way the clean off system works is it's just going to lift up with these 2 hydraulic rams, and the synthetic winch cable will catch on that stainless steel pan, pull it down, separating all the debris from the magnet, which will dump everything into these aluminum bins. So the importance of these aluminum bins is that if you're on a side of a highway cleaning, you can run down and collect as much debris as you can, and then without getting out of the truck, drop everything into the bins. So this is a major safety benefit for the driver because they don't have to get out of the truck on the side of a highway. And it also creates more efficiency because a clean magnet is a stronger magnet. And while some of our competitors have a truck magnet that will clean off with hydraulics, their magnet will only dump on the ground. So if the truck driver wants to clean off their magnet to do a better job, be more efficient, they have to exit the truck to sweep off everything off the ground. So with the Baffin, these things can hold it's a 2.5 cubic feet each of debris, which will be many, many dumps of the magnet before those are full, and then they just pull out to be cleaned off. So everything on this is powder coated and painted, and it's all welded and bolted together. It's really sturdy. Every pivot point, all the pivot points on the arms here, have UHMW bushings so they won't wear. And it's built pretty tough. We've been running it around and it works really well in the front of this truck. So the Baffin, like all of our sweepers, features the wraparound function. So we pack our magnets completely in all the housings, and what this creates is a situation where if you're driving along and either the wind or grass or hitting the ground knocks some of the debris off the main part of the magnet, it's just going to snap around the back and get caught there. So this won't really happen in this situation since we're at an airport. There's not many bumps, but it can happen, and in the case where you're on the shoulder of a highway, it will happen, but you won't lose any debris. So this model attaches with a Viking plow mount. So we supply a 16 bolt plate at the back here, which will give you some adjustment, and then it's up to the customer to fabricate some mounts that will hook onto their particular plow. And there's a latch, and what this latch does is when you turn it, you pull the pins on this side, pull it out, turn it, and that'll actuate the quick release here, which allows you to take it off the truck if you're going to leave the mounting system on there for a while. So once you lift it up with a forklift, pull the latch, it'll just come right off. Assembling this is a little more hands-on than most of our stuff, but the payoff is worth it. So the Baffin magnetic sweeper comes with 4 pitch plates to adjust to account for your truck's plow mount pitch. So with the 4 plates, you'll get about 12 degrees of adjustment, and in order to put them on, you have to take the sweeper off using the release pins. and then simply just bolt them back on. So that's just going to account for how this bolted on plate, what position it's in relative to the ground when it's bolted onto your plow mount. So again, to adjust inward or outward, you just take the magnet off, take these two bolts out, and put on or remove a shim.